Shedeur Sanders is probably going to be one of the top guys taken off the board, if not the number one quarterback. But Coach Prime has always said, he said, no, I'm not going to let him play just for any old body. I'm gonna get him to a routine. He sees what's going on out here with the Bears. They're firing coordinators. There's a lot of teams. He saw what happened with Bryce Young and Richardson over in Indianapolis, right? Moving young guys in and out of the lineup, messing with their confidence. Coach Prime said, no. We picking certain teams that we're gonna play for. And a lot of people are saying, come on, man, you ain't got the juice to do that, Coach Prime. Well, listen, Dan Orlovsky was on with Jim Rome, and he begs to differ.
Dan, what about the Sanders family? For instance, Deion says he's going to be heavily involved in the draft process. He's going to try and influence maybe where Shedeur and Travis Hunter go or they don't go. Is that possible? And how do you think Shedeur projects on the next level?
Oh, I don't think it's possible. I think it's going to happen. I think that Deion is, because of what we're watching right now, because of what we're watching with Indy in Chicago and in Carolina with Bryce. He is going to very much so control where Shedeur goes. He's not going to allow Shedeur to go to a place that hasn't developed a quarterback. He's not going to allow Shedeur to go to a person or a staff that doesn't have a track record of propping up and developing a quarterback. Shedeur, to me, and I haven't studied him thoroughly, but I've seen a good amount of his stuff, is Tua. It is a sudden athlete within the pocket. You've got premier ball placement. You can layer throws. He sees things before they happen. Those are a lot of great qualities. So I think, Shedeur, more than likely, worst case, is the fifth pick of the draft. I very much so see him going before that. But, yeah, I think that Deion will very much so control where he goes, plays in his NFL career.
I've been saying a lot of the same stuff. And when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, I got to keep it a buck. I'm not bashing the fan base. I'm not even really bashing the organization. All I'm saying is this is when you get a guy like Shedeur Sanders, you're going to have a guy who's going to have Coach Prime around. He's like a father to Travis Hunter. They're very strategic. They're business-minded. And this is a new wave of how things is moving. LeBron has pulled certain power moves the same way with Bronny James. But, guys, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Before, some people going to get up in arms. Understand, Bernie Kosar made moves like this. We talk to Bernie all the time. Like he said, no, I'm playing for my team, my home squad. That's the move he made. We talk about John Elway making that move. Listen, you draft me, Colts, go ahead, draft me. I'll go right back and play baseball. I ain't playing with you. What happened? Like, we can go look and see what happened with the Mannings. They said, I ain't playing in San Diego. I'm going to go right over to the Giants. This type of stuff has been happening since get-go. So this is nothing new. It hasn't happened in a while. And it just so happened that Coach Prime is a college football coach. Just so happens he happened to be one of the greatest athletes of all time. And he has the biggest pulpit in the world. He got the biggest megaphone in the world. And my question is, if the Browns are in contention for a quarterback, and Shedeur Sanders will probably be a top 5 pick and the Browns need a quarterback, then you're going to have to come to the conclusion of saying whether or not this is a move that the Browns fans base will be up for. Is this a move that the Browns community is ready to get? And I've said this before on multiple platforms. We have told our fan base, we have sold the way we act. We say this is the Browns fan base. We are a blue collar area. We are hardworking. We want no nonsense. We don't play none of that. That's just what it is. That's the reality of the situation. We cherish Nick Chubb a lot because Nick Chubb turns around and hands that football back. And he's a great player. And I know some people will say, well, listen, G. Bush, as long as they come in here and win, we'll be fine. Winning cures all. Winning cures all. Come on, man. We had people, LeBron won at the highest level here. And we didn't like certain things LeBron did. We didn't like, people talked about his entourage being around all the time. People talked about him being passive aggressive in the media. People talked about his business moves and why it was more important for his business moves. We've heard people say all the time that those things meant something. We talk about it all the time. Hey, Instagram photos and watches and Odell Beckham Jr. If you think Odell Beckham Jr.'s dad was something, this the number one dad in the game. You think he ain't gonna say something? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for, a quarterback being outspoken and doing certain things? And when I score, I am gonna show you the rollie. I am gonna do you like that. I do got a chain on up underneath my jersey. We cooking. So those are things that the Browns have to figure something out. Because look, when you draft a quarterback, you draft everything that comes with him. You can't separate it. You had Manziel. You went after Odell Beckham Jr. You had Baker Mayfield. There were things that come with Baker along with that as well. Deshaun Watson. We should be learning that when you draft somebody, you have to take everything that comes with him, good or bad. And we learned that the hard way. So my question to you is, do you believe that Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime, would consider letting him come to Cleveland? And do you think the fan base would accept it? Let me know in the comment section, because this is going to be a conversation moving forward throughout the offseason, because you need a quarterback. He's going to be one of the top quarterbacks, and this is going to be one of the biggest narratives coming up. Make sure you let me know. I'm very interested to see what you guys put in the comment section below.